I don't know if my non-Australian viewers see very many of these, but they are all over Australia, especially in Brisbane. They hang out pretty much wherever there's a body of water, and my pool is there, so I'll go down, say hello to them. I won't get too much closer because they're nasty. It is a water dragon. The big guy, from head to tail, I'd say a good 60 centimeters. And they're everywhere. And they'll eat anything. They'll eat bugs, berries, other lizards. My cat's taken a swipe at them a few times, but they seem to come back. It's been a while. It has been a while. It has been a while since we got pickups like this. It's been too long. It's been far too long. I try and get out whenever I can to try and get pickups, to try and get some good stuff, but just haven't been able to lately. I have been going out, but it's been half-heartedly. Like, I don't go to a bunch of places. I don't go where I'd usually go. I've pretty much been a slave to work and to life, which, let's be honest, we all are. Whether we want to admit it or not, work and life come first. So that's kind of slowed down on my pickups a bit, just because work schedule has picked up, and on days that I have work, obviously I can't go out because by the time I get off work, all of my local places are closed. Because places close very soon, or very early in Brisbane. I don't know why. Most op shops are closed by 4, and most retail stores are closed by 5. So, what can you do? But I had a day off. And I managed to get out to Goodna. And this is where all of this stuff is from. One day. One great, great day. Feel good pickups. That's what I'm calling it. Feel good. I went out. I caught the train because couldn't be bothered driving. Nah. The car's broken down. I've got a new car, but it fucking sucks. I caught the train in. I stopped at Sherwood because there are a few op shops there. Stopped in the Australian Red Cross. Didn't find anything. Thought that's probably how the rest of the day is going to play out. I stopped in the RSPCA, which I haven't been into for over a month. I saw local competition. He had some stuff. Nothing I would have grabbed. Like, he didn't have any video games or anything. He buys a bunch of different stuff. There was a bin full of Nintendo DS games, marked $10 each. And he told me that they've been there for weeks, and the ones that were worth grabbing were already gotten weeks ago, which I wouldn't have grabbed any for $10 anyway. They're all American copies, which to me basically means they're all bootlegs. Where you... How else would you explain a bin full of American copies? Did some guy come from America? I don't know. It's easier to say that it's bootlegs, but in there was also a few Nintendo Wii games. Nothing great, but this one was definitely worth the $5 they were asking for it. Wii Sports Resort. It's complete and in good condition. I have no trouble getting $10 for this on eBay, so good thing there. And that's when I started noticing the store kind of smelled like barbecue chips. No joke. I picked up that game and I was like, store smells like barbecue chips. And I told the people in the store, they thought it was a kind of burning smell, and the woman beside them who was looking for jewelry or something said, kind of smells like roasting coffee beans. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. And then I went to the video game section, where they usually have video games, which is right on the bottom of a shelf, so you have to bend down to grab it, which means any old man that wants to get at them just physically couldn't. He'd have to get on his hands and knees and probably wouldn't be able to get up. That's good, because if they did, he would have found this. And he didn't. Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth 2, The Rise of the Witch King. Marked $4. I was happy to pay that. I'll get $30 for it at least. Not sure if it came from manual. It has the game disc and then this which has manual CD on it. So I don't know if it ever came from manual. What's that? Standard receipt. Yep. There's a receipt from the stuff I bought. But $4, absolute bargain. I'll sell that on. No troubles. Ooh. From there, I caught the train into Goodna, and I went to a, which one was it? It was either a Lifeline or a St. Vincent de Paul, I don't remember which. But at that place, I got basically the pickup of the video, and all of the stuff behind me, that's cool too, that's cool, but none of it is as cool as this, which is Dilbit's Desktop Adventures. Look at that. I had no idea there was a Dilbit game on the PC. Can't find any gameplay of it on YouTube. Doesn't work on my computer, doesn't even matter. It's awesome. It's got a bunch of different minigames on it. Looked up on Wikipedia to see what the games are. One of them's like a Space Invaders thing, one of them is a walk around the office and annoy people. That's right up my alley. This is so cool. If I ever manage to get this working, I'll definitely do a gameplay of it. But for only $2, I couldn't leave it there. And from there, we went to Cash Converters. I walked in, not really expecting to find much. Checked out the video game, saw on the side of the shelf. As I was walking up, it said 5 for $10, so I thought, alright, I'll probably spend $10 here. Grab some shovelware or something, be on my way. I end up spending a lot more than that. About 4 times that amount, I'd say. A little under 4 times that amount. I'll show you what we got. For 5 for $10, did I say 4 for $10? No, it's 5 for $10, so they're $2 each. They're marked 3 down to $2, so we got a bunch of stuff. Stuff to keep, stuff to sell. One of the best scores I've gotten this year, which is, it's good to actually get a nice score every now and again, because haven't been having any luck lately. But persistence. Keep going out, you'll find stuff. Stuff like The Mummy for PlayStation 2. All of these are complete. All of these are in great shape. There's a lot of kind of junky titles, but a lot of good titles too. Titles like Sonic Heroes. I'll get $10 for that, no problem. Ultimate Spider-Man. I'll be keeping that one. I do enjoy Spider-Man and the games. Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey. It's a very good game, actually. It's a kind of 3D version of the regular Odyssey kind of games, like Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus. It's very fun. You go around as this kind of little squid guy, solving different puzzles and whatnot, and eventually you get to play as Abe as well. It's good. Check it out if you haven't. And now it's nice and complete. I'll just grab all of these. You get strong lifting these. We got for the PlayStation 1, Disney's Dinosaurs. I actually will be doing the gameplay of this. This is one I had when I was younger, and it's good to get it back. We have one that I've never even heard of, which is always cool. It's always cool to find a game that you've never heard of, because you don't find them very often when you've been doing this as long as I have. We have Mojo from a company called Farsight Studios and published by a company called Dreamcatcher. I've heard of neither of them. It looks like a kind of monkey ball type game, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to play it and see. We have another one to sell. A lot of these are to sell. Half-Life 2, good seller. Lots of copies on eBay. Lots of people looking for it. Unfortunately, this one is a ex-rental, so that will diminish the value a little bit, but shouldn't matter too much. We have Shrek Super Slam, which I bought because it looks like it looks like Smash Brothers, to be honest. It promises pretty much Smash Brothers like gameplay, so we'll see how this is. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad. I managed to get all of these just before someone else managed to get them. There was some guy looking at the opposite side of the shelf. There's a shelf that has two sides, like on one side there's stuff and on the other side there's stuff. He was looking at that stuff, looking at like Nintendo games, and I was looking at this stuff before he managed to get to them, and he got scrapped. So if I had been there 2 minutes or so later, he probably would have gotten the good stuff. So whew, it was all luck. It was good to get. We have another one to sell. Now I can't sell it because it's gone. The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. Spyro games are good. They're fun. We have the one that will probably get me the most money. I already have a copy for my own collection. We have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Part of the insert is missing, and it is another ex-rental, but should still be able to get at least $20 for this, which is very good. Considering I only paid $2 for it. Never played a Knights of the Old Republic game. They just don't seem like they're for me. We have another good one, Beatdown Fists of Vengeance. I have this and I've played it. It's very fun. It's a solid Capcom title. Check it out if you haven't. It's a little bit like Streets of Rage, but 3D. We have one that I was looking for. Not too many Xbox games I'm looking for. This really narrows it down on the list. The only game I was actually looking for in this lot, it is Breakdown by Namco. Sold at Game Traders at some point for $9.95. If I was at that Game Traders and saw it for $9.95, I'd probably buy it. It is a first-person kind of fist-fighting game, which I like kind of odd titles like that. Ones that are just a little bit different. So that was good to get. It is nice and complete. And it came with cheat codes. They're always cool. And all these are in great shape. I couldn't have asked for a nicer looking lot for these. Like, there's a little bit of fraying on manuals and stuff, but no scratches on any of the discs. One that is going to Andy, good pal of mine. We have to meet up at some point and actually do like a trade thing and go out game hunting again. This was the only Xbox game in this lot that he did not have. It is Bruce Lee Quest of the Dragon. It's honestly not a title I would probably keep anyway. Goes for a little bit, so I probably would have just sold it. It's the only on Xbox title, so just to show him, because I know he'll be watching this video. See there, it's in nice condition. The disc is nice. I'm just going to give it to him. I mean, I got a good enough deal on all of this lot that I don't mind just giving away one of them. The video in this here, which, if I'm completely honest, looks like a decent game. Hold on a sec. It's nearly at the end anyway. We'll just put it back a little bit. This doesn't look like a bad game, if I'm honest. It is SeaWorld Adventure Parks Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures, published by Activision. And the basic gist of this game is that you're trying to protect the ocean from this guy right here, the Kraken, or the Kraken, however you want to pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced both ways. But it looks like a kind of Nights into Dreams kind of games. Like, it looks like Nights into Dreams. So I will probably be keeping this one for a little bit. I'll give it a play. It's worth a little bit, so if I'm not enjoying it a whole lot, I will probably sell it, but you've seen the gameplay in the back the entire time. You've heard music and whatnot. It's like a mix of like Echo the Dolphin and Nights into Dreams, and it features Shamu, the fucking whale that killed its owner. How fucking cool is that? That is metal. That is pretty damn metal. And it's just a weird looking game. Right up my alley, a weird title like this. As is this next title. I already have a copy of this, but it's in nowhere near this nice of shape. Don't even think mine works. It is Azuric, Rise of Parathea. That's not even a word. That must be a noun or something. Azuric, Rise of Parathea. This is one that I've always been interested in. I already had a copy, but it barely works. It scrapes by on the skin of its teeth. And you probably just got to look at the last two titles. But it looks like a game that's kind of up my alley, like a kind of adventurous game where you go around beating up bad guys in a foreign land. I like games like that, and this one's in great shape. All of these are in great shape. And the last two, which I will also be selling, one that goes for a ridiculous amount of money in Australia. It's super cheap. I remember it being super cheap back in the day too. I mean, you could buy this for $10 all day at EB Games. Back in 2008, 2009. Can't do that anymore, and that's why it's kind of going up in price, because it's one that people have fond memories of. It's a good game. It's one that you'll get a lot of playtime out of, and so people are willing to pay a high price for it. It is The Simpsons Hit and Run, which, when I originally got this back in 2010, when I was starting my collecting again, I thought, yeah, this will be a game that's like $10 on eBay or something. But no, people are charging like $30 for this. That's crazy. I'll be selling this because I already have a nice copy. I'll only be selling it for like $15, maybe $18 max. You know, I try to give people good deals on eBay because I got good deals. But I also like to make that money! That ka-ching, ka-ching! And this one's in nice shape. Disc is good. So I should be able to get some good money for that. As well as this one, same kind of story as Simpsons Hit and Run. Unfortunately, this does not have the bonus disc, which means I will probably only get about $10 for this if I'm lucky. And the case isn't in the best condition, but for $2, I wasn't going to leave it there. Halo 2, the limited collector's edition. Oh yeah. $2, should be able to get 10 for it. It's a great game. I have my copy somewhere down there in my Xbox collection. And after I put these games in my Xbox collection, I think I'm going to run out of space, so what can you do? Maybe I'll get another shelf. But for $2, I wasn't going to leave it there. It's complete except for the bonus disc, and now that I'm kind of looking at this one does have a tiny bit of scratching on it, but I can clean that. I'll still get $10 for this all day. It's good to get. That was that score. That was a score. That was fantastic. That made me feel good. I saw the games on the shelf and I just started picking them out one by one, thinking it's getting better, it's getting better, it's getting better. And it was fantastic. There were some other games I was going to pick up there. There was a Dragon Ball Z game on the Nintendo DS, like Super Sonic Warriors 2 I think it was called, but I think I already have it. It was only $5, so if I did already have it, I probably could have sold it, but what can you do? I was also going to pick up some Game Boy games originally. I was going to pick up Simpsons Road Rage for $3, which is one I had back in the day, so probably should have picked it up. And I was going to pick up a Casper game on the Game Boy Advance for, I think it was only $2, so I was already spending a fair amount of money. I spent $37 total on all of that. I think it worked out to. The receipt is in one of those, and the receipt is big. The receipt is big. Yeah, probably should have picked them up, but what can you do? They might be there the next time I'm there, hopefully. And the last two items for this video, I went to Cash Easy, which is just across the street from Cash Converters. I always notice that if there's a Cash Converters, sometimes there'll be a Cash Easy nearby. There'll never be a Cash Easy on its own. It'll always be like across the street from a cash converters, which I'm sure there's no coincidence in that. And they sometimes have good deals on stuff, sometimes they're a bit iffy. Their selection usually isn't as good as cash converters because, you know, cash converters is a well-known pawnbroking chain. Like if you want to get rid of some stuff and you don't want to hold like a garage sale or anything like that, you take it to cash converters because they'll give you a good price on stuff. Or not. Depends on what you're taking. They'll only give you 50 cents these days for DVDs, no matter what they are. So that's why I stopped taking DVDs into cash converters. Now I'd rather just give them to an op shop, to a thrift store, if they're only going to give me 50 cents for a month. I'd rather just give them to an op shop for free and have them reap the benefits of it. But I went into this Cash Easy. I found 2 items that I thought, yeah, they're good enough deals, I'll grab them. For $5 on the Wii, we got Rock'n'Roll Adventures with Elvis on the cover, and I meant that, Elvis. See the writing? Join Elvis with a Z instead of an S on the back, so it's not Elvis. Don't be fooled. Don't think it is. It's got nothing to do with him. This is another one that's kind of up my alley. You run around. I have it on the PlayStation 2. You run around a big level, destroying musical notes and stuff. It's a fun game, actually. And for $5, I was happy to get it. And then a steel book game, steel case. It says collector's edition, but there's really nothing that makes it a collector's edition, so I don't know. It was $7, but I was happy to pay. Injustice, Gods Among Us, good game, very good game. If you like the Mortal Kombat games that came out recently, you'll like this one too. And I've already played this with my friend a bit. He fucking kicks my ass in it. I don't do fighting games. I'm terrible at them. What can you do? You suck at something, you suck, but that's all in there. So good to get. And that's it. That's all of them. That was a good pickups, I thought. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Check out my open tag video. I'm doing an open tag, and if anyone wants to do a response, just let me know and do a video. I welcome anyone who wants to do a response to it. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go have lunch, I guess. I have the day off. No, I'm gonna go out and do some actual game hunting. I'm not gonna take the camera or anything. I stopped doing that ages ago. Stopped doing game hunting because I didn't like the kind of looks I was getting. I didn't want to be that weird guy that was carrying a camera around filming himself. But yeah, I'll go out and do some game hunting at Indrapilli. What's the time? It's almost 12. I'll have lunch. I'll go out at 12. If I find anything, maybe I'll throw it on to the end of this video. We'll see. This is the secret of my house. Bidding you farewell. Let me know what you thought of the pickups. If you need any of them for your collection, let me know. I'll let you guys have first dibs. I will wait a day before listing these on eBay. And I will up this as soon as I can. So let me know. This is the secret of my house. Bidding you farewell. Stay classy, everyone.
And that's all, folks.